Yo, it's me, DCEU, baby, and I'm back with my review for the 2016 film Suicide Squad, which starring Will Smith, Margot Robbie, Jai Courtney, Jay Hernandez, Joel Kinnaman, Jared Leto, and is directed by David Ayer. Alright, so let's talk about the Suicide Squad. Now, I knew about the Suicide Squad going into this because I've seen the version from Arrow, which was a little bit different because they couldn't use certain characters, but, you know. The idea is that Suicide Squad is taking criminals, putting this little bomb in the back of their heads, and so if they try to do anything, you push the button, it explodes. There was one little problem with this, though, I just thought about. What if all of them decide, what if you do this and you say, hey, you get the bomb back in here, you gotta do what I want. And they just say, fuck it, and run off. And just blow everyone up, you know? And I'm just saying, yeah, I liked how they brought Harley Quinn into the DCEU here, but I don't like how they've decided that she's going to be the new face, since they don't have a Batman or a Superman, and she basically took over a movie that she shouldn't even be a part of, with Birds of Prey. I have not seen it yet. My ranking will probably not include it, but I'll do another ranking later after I've seen it, because with things what's going on right now, I don't know if I'll be able to really watch it or anything, but until it comes out on physical media. But yeah, we'll get into the whole Birds of Prey thing, because I think that, you know, they should have gone forward with the Gotham City Sirens that they were working on, instead of inserting her into a movie that she has no place taking part in. To the fact that they actually changed the name from Birds of Prey and the Fantabulous Emancipation of One Harley Quinn to Harley Quinn Birds of Prey. Anyway, her story isn't really the basic story of this. It's that Amanda Waller has put all these criminals together as a team. She's picked all these criminals out, and one of them, wouldn't you know it, goes rogue. It's the Enchantress, and they have her heart, but she connected to her brother, and he gives her a little bit of power, and she gets so powerful, but they still need her heart to finish things. And so the Suicide Squad is brought together to take them down. And one thing I want to talk about is Ike Barinholtz's character, because his character goes nowhere. Not at all. And I know it's because of reshoots. There are reshoots done to add comedy, but his character is just left hanging there. Seriously, there's a section of this film, a small little section, where the Joker basically kidnaps him and forces him to tell him where Harley Quinn is. And, you know, then they show Barinholtz gives the phone to Harley Quinn, in which she looks at him, laughs, and says, "You are so screwed." And he says, "What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that?" We never find out what they mean. Not at all. They never come back to the character. Nothing. That's the last time we see that character. And by the looks of what they're doing with the new Suicide Squad movie, which I might have to do a separate video talking about the DCEU as a whole when I'm finished reviewing these movies, because I have a lot of opinions about this franchise. But yeah, Boomerang is my favorite character from the moment he's introduced to just the entire movie he's in. Like, when he's introduced, he's dumped out of a bag or whatever, and he says, "They grabbed me when I was playing Mahjong with me Nana." And the cop goes, "You were caught robbing the diamond exchange." "I was not." I love that. And then I love, there's a part where they've decided to walk away from it, and then they come back, decide to fight, and they're walk away from it, and Rick Flag destroys the thing that can blow up their necks, so Boomerang takes off, and when they all go to fight, Boomerang just kind of walks up to them and rejoins them. I think it's kind of funny. I'm not going to go through all their names, but Yeah, and Slipknot's the most useless character in this. Is that he's brought in and then killed off like that. So one part that had me thinking about this is, okay, so after they find out what really happened and what's really going on, because they had to be on this mission. This whole mission was just to rescue her, Amanda Waller, which I always thought was stupid because you're supposed to organize them to stop a threat. That's not why you brought them together. You did it to save your own ass. And really, that's what it is. Save her own ass. Because she shoots everyone else in the room and kills them. So she's the only one that gets saved. She doesn't actually care about anyone else but herself. And then people say, oh, Chancellor and her brother are the villains of this movie. Not really if you think about it. She came to the government with the idea of these criminals being forced to work together as a task force to take on bad guys. Basically what it was. Take on threats. But what's the first thing she does with that? She uses them to save her own ass. Because when they come across the building that she's in, even Flag tells the Suicide Squad, stay back. Won't even let them fight these creatures. Just stay back. Because all they're there for is to rescue her. Which I think is stupid. Anyway, there's an incident with a helicopter where her helicopter is shot down, but not before the Joker shows up and Harley Quinn's dangling there. She could be dead. She's not. But yeah, my point is that Waller is presumed dead. So like I said, Rick Flag, he takes a thing, he breaks it, and then they go to fight the bad guys. And what I like is there's actually character development for the character of El Diablo. And when they're sitting at the bar, he tells them the story of how he and his wife got into an argument. And when he gets angry, he can't control his powers. And it caused him to burn down the house they were in, killing his wife and his children. And that comes full circle when Enchantress messes with their heads. And she makes Flag see him and June back together. She makes she makes Lawton see him and his daughter. She makes Harley Quinn seem to be in an actual regular relationship with the Joker, who has no makeup on. They have a child. But it's El Diablo's vision that changes things. Is that his wife comes up and flirts with him, and he says, no, they're gone, and nothing you can do can fix that. And he stands up for himself. He turns this big old monster, and he sacrifices himself to stop the monsters. And then it's the heart that's squeezed out, and June could be killed, but she's not. She comes back, and then they're free to go. And the next thing you know, you see Amanda Waller show up with another pad, which I believe it was established there was only one. All of a sudden, she has another one. Like, I swear to God, the one that she had was given to Flag. I swear to God. But nope, you're not going nowhere. I know they're criminals, but still, I'm just saying. But they do get some perks, and Lawton gets to see his daughter. They do show some origins here, with Harley Quinn being seduced by the Joker when she was Harleen Quinzel, and then turned into in the same chemicals that he was. And Batman is there, and then Batman is also in the scene where he puts the little girl in front of him. Okay. So Lawton has to surrender. We see the Flash arrest Boomerang. Let's talk about Jared Leto. Because Jared Leto, he gets a lot of flack. And I don't really think it's mostly his fault. Because I understand he was a dick to people on the set, but was he the one that came up with the design? I don't think so. At least, I hope he didn't. It's whatever the design that they came up with bore him. Grills and tattoos and stuff. Just weird. And yes, I am reviewing the theatrical version. I should say at the beginning, but as the film goes, the more I watch it, the more I like it. But I acknowledge it's not, a masterpiece or anything. And I think that Harley Quinn in this, okay, I'll state my opinion on this now. When this movie came out, everybody started ranting and raving about Harley Quinn. So when Ben Affleck left and Henry Cavill was up in the air, they decided we need a new face of this franchise. Boom! Harley Quinn. And so the movie they wanted to have her in was Gotham City Sirens, and instead they inserted her into a movie for a comic book she wasn't even part of, and that's Birds of Prey. And I didn't even go see it in theaters, not that I had time, but actually I could have, but I didn't. Because, one, I hadn't reviewed the other movies yet, and two, it didn't really look all that good. I was kind of excited. I wanted to see Birds of Prey because I've seen one episode of the TV series, and yes, there is going to be a episode of short-lived on that. I want to get back to doing those, but I remember that there's a certain formula to those, right? You know what I mean? And inserting Harley Quinn, and yes, she was the villain in the show. I get that. But she's not a villain. She's just part of the team, and it looks like they've changed up too much. I understand they're going to be diverse. But man, after the version we had on Arrow, Black Canary, Black Siren, whatever, and you cast someone with colored skin, not being racist, and dark hair to be the Black Canary. I'm sorry, but no. The Black Canary is Caucasian, and she has blonde hair. Yes, I know Laurel Lance had dark hair, but they changed that throughout the show. Sarah Lance had dark hair at first, too, and they changed that. I'm just saying. They changed it for the comic book. I understand that diversity in films is going to be a thing, but when you're trying to, and I'm going off on Birds of Prey, I'm not even reading the movie yet. When you cast a comic book character, make it look accurate. Like Margot Robbie as Harley Quinn, perfect casting. She looks just like her. Jared Leto, not so much, but you have comic book characters look accurate, right? Don't cast ethnicities or I forgot the name. Don't cast characters with different ethnic persuasions to be progressive. That's all they do in these movies. Because you see Marvel, right? Marvel has done a great job at making their characters look just like the comic book. And I think that's going to be the downfall of DCEU, is because they keep changing how characters look. They do with Black Canary. The Flash's suit is kind of weird looking. It's just overall, I mean, for the most part, these are comic book accurate. I'm just saying, I don't know. I have to watch Birds of Prey to see how it is. I hear good things, but as Suicide Squad stands, so I think it's decent. I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. I seem to like it better than Batman v Superman, but I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10 just because it's not Batman. Batman's in it, but you know what I mean? Superman. But yeah, 7 out of 10. So what are your thoughts on Suicide Squad? Comments below. Like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one.